Just for the fun of it, I attempted to count them. No simple task. Try it sometime. Take a pen and paper and make a mark each time you have a thought. I'm hungry, mark. Looks like rain, dash. Was that supposed to feed the dog? Dot. Thoughts are everywhere. You know them. You hear them. They are the internal narrator who calls play-by-play on our deeds. And we are the sum of them. We are what we think. A fact which elevates the power behind this promise from Scripture. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. In the Greek language, the word transform is metamorpho, from which we translate the noun metamorphosis. Anyone who paid attention in science class remembers the process of turning a caterpillar into a butterfly is called metamorphosis. God promises you an even greater transformation. The thoughts that have characterized your past need not characterize the rest of your life. God has not left you alone in this battle of the mind. He loves you too much to let you lead a life marked by poor thinking. He made your brain. He can retrain your brain. How? Well, I find 3 tools to be especially helpful. An ancient trio of strategies that I know well and I know work well. What are these tools? First, practice picky thinking. Paul wrote, "The weapons we use in our fight are not the world's weapons, but God's powerful weapons, which we use to destroy strongholds. We destroy false arguments. We pull down every proud obstacle that is raised up against the knowledge of God. We take every thought captive and make it obey Christ." The implication is clear. The battle is on. It's a high-stakes contest for the health of your mind. At issue are the strongholds that have a strong hold on your life. The term used in the Bible has a dual meaning. First, it refers to a prison. It keeps people in. The word can also be translated as fortress. It keeps people out. Strongholds, or unmanaged thoughts, do both. Wouldn't it be great to destroy them? The image Paul presents is that of a warrior, a soldier, a fighter. And rather than indulge such thoughts, we take a wrecking ball to them. And once the stronghold is shattered, we take every thought captive and make it obey Christ. We filter, we monitor, we challenge. The literal rendering of the phrase is to take one captive with a spear pointed into the back. So we point a spear against the spine of toxic thoughts, march them outside, and toss them out on their derrieres. This brings us to our second tool, identify UFOs. Not the UFOs of outer space, but the UFOs of thought progression. It works like this. Untruths lead to false narratives that prompt overreactions, UFOs. One of my early encounters with an untruth had to do with a fellow 4th grader named James. Everybody in our class liked James. The girls liked James. The guys liked James. James was cool. And James had a clique, an entourage of guys and girls who followed him everywhere. And Max? Well, Max didn't make the guys laugh or the girls swoon. Max wasn't part of James's clan, so I concluded Max is not cool. Call it a lie, a false assumption, but for the sake of this acronym I'm showing you, call it an untruth. Satan traffics in untruths. In fact, the greatest weapon in his arsenal is untruth. Fourth grade Max didn't know how to fight back. Maybe you don't either. But if you don't retaliate, these untruths create the F in UFO, which is a false narrative. A narrative is a message that plays in your mind. It is the way you see yourself and what you say to yourself. Do you know anyone who seems to be incurably irritable, cranky, or melancholy? Well, I would bet $1 to a donut that a negative, intrusive thought loop dominates their thoughts. I'm such a loser. I messed up again. It's me against the world. The untruth has dredged a rut in that person, and the rut has resulted in a false narrative. And that false narrative, left unchecked, will define how that person sees themselves and what they say to themselves. In time, the untruth that created a false narrative will lead to the O in UFO, which is an overreaction. Shadow came across a man's face recently when he learned of my profession. "Don't talk to me about religion," he blurted. Turns out that he, like many people, had a bad experience with a clergyman. It had something to do with getting called out as a teenager for misbehaving in church, and the event left a mark. He extrapolated the pastor's action to include all ministers, and untruth entered his world. Pastors are unfair. The untruth led to a false narrative. Religious leaders mean to harm, not help me. And this led to an overreaction. I'll never have anything to do with the church. So the man had closed himself off to faith because of a single event. There were certainly more contributors. Perhaps his parents maligned the church. Maybe he crossed trails with a huckster. Whatever the cause, the reaction was an overreaction. So, what about you? Any aliens messing with your mind? If so, practice picky thinking. Identify UFOs, and then, tool number 3, uproot and replant. My dad put me in charge of taking care of our lawn when I was 12 years old. My assignment was to eliminate the grass burrs. I hope you never have a run-in with a grass burr. They grow on a stalk that rises some 4 or 5 inches out of the ground. My brother and I would throw them at each other. We were such loving siblings. Ouch! Grass burrs are not fun. My dad was smart to tell me to deal with them. I, however, was not so smart in the way I chose to do so. I cranked up the lawnmower and cut them down. Dad came home to a freshly cut lawn with no weeds in sight. Yet, days later, when the blades of grass returned, the grass burrs returned with them. Dad proceeded to give me more detailed instructions. He took a garden spade, got down on his knees, and dug up a weed, then another, until he had a small stack of extracted grass burrs ready to be thrown out. He then handed me the spade and said, "Pull them out." Well, your toxic thoughts are like those grass burrs, and they prompt a predictable chain reaction, untruths that lead to false narratives that result in overreactions. UFOs. They stick, they prick, they hurt, they agitate and aggravate, they sour your mood, they load your life with unnecessary weight. So, yank them out by the roots. My dad handed me a garden spade. Your Father gives you His word. He invites you to treat the lies of hell with the words of heaven. Jesus showed us how. Remember how Satan assaulted him with untruths? In the wilderness, Satan said, "If you are the Son of God." Now, why would Satan say this? Well, because he knew what Christ heard at the baptism. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Are you really God's son? Satan asked. Then came the dare. Prove it. Prove it by doing something. Satan did not denounce God. He simply attempted to sow seeds of doubt in Jesus' mind. Jesus responded by taking each thought captive and treating each untruth with Scripture. 3 temptations, 3 declarations. No razzle-dazzle. He just quoted the Bible, his weapon of choice. If Jesus used the Bible for his thought management, shouldn't we do the same? In one of his most intriguing teachings, Jesus described a demon who had been cast out of a person. It roams about, he said, looking for a new home. It never finds one. It decides, I'll go back to my old haunt. On return, it finds the person spotlessly clean but vacant. It then runs out and rounds up 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all move in, whooping it up. Jesus envisions a person who has said goodbye to the former life. The demon, no longer welcome in this updated heart, goes in search of a new address. Not finding one, it returns to its former residence and finds it spotlessly clean but vacant. The key word is vacant. The heart is unoccupied. The person has tidied up and not replaced the old furnishings with new. He has just enough religion to be unhappy. She has an exterior appearance, but little to no inward power. The demon sees no barrier, alerts its buddies, and they show up with a keg of chaos. A swept but unoccupied home results in a haunted heart. You see, to clean out the old is wonderful, but to usher in the new, that's essential. Uprooting weeds of lies is necessary. Replacing them with truth is vital. The implied command of Christ is to fill the house, to refurnish our hearts with the gospel, to decorate our walls with Scripture, to ruminate, meditate, contemplate, and fixate our thoughts on His truth. This is our Tame Your Thoughts toolkit. Practice picky thinking. Just because you have a thought, you don't need to think it. Identify UFOs and untruth leads to a false narrative that creates an overreaction. Uproot and replant. Rather than let the untruth grow, give the lie a tug and replace it with God's truth. One final thought about thoughts. To think about thoughts is great, but to think about the way God thinks about us, even greater. The psalmist wrote, "How precious it is, Lord, to realize that you are thinking about me constantly. I can't even count how many times a day your thoughts turn toward me. And when I awaken in the morning, you are still thinking of me." God never stops thinking about you. And He thinks not thoughts of condemnation and judgment, but thoughts of love and adoration. He will turn all those thoughts that run through your mind every day into countless opportunities for your day to be better and your life to be happier.
Everything I used to live for faded slowly out of sight. Now my days just circle around you like I'm lost without a light.
All the noise just turns to silence when your memory comes through. And the world I once was chasing now feels small and shaped like you. My whole world is only you. Every thought keeps breaking through. You're so close inside my mind, but so far in real life.
I can feel you everywhere, in the things we never shared. All this love I'm going through
never reaches you. Every image feels so real now, like you're standing next to me. But the truth is in the silence, you were never meant to see. My whole world is only you. Every thought keeps breaking through. You're so close inside my mind, but so far in real life. I can feel you everywhere, in the things we never shared. All this love I'm going through never reaches you. If you felt it for a moment, would it change the way you stay?
Or would I still be the shadow that just fades away?
My whole world is only you, but your world's a different view. I'm just someone passing by in your open sky. Still I hold on to what's true. Every heartbeat calls for you. All this love I always knew will never reach you.